The principle of rhythm is one of the 7 fundamental Hermetic principles that govern the universe according to Hermetic philosophy. The rhythm principle states that everything in the universe moves according to a constant and predictable rhythmic pattern. This principle holds that everything that exists has its cycles, oscillations, and rhythms, and these patterns repeat on both micro and macrocosmic levels. The rhythm principle is a manifestation of the law of cause and effect, as it asserts that every cause has its corresponding effect, and vice versa. This implies that there are no random events in the universe. Instead, everything follows a specific pattern and is interconnected. Rhythms can be observed in all areas of life, from the movement of planets and seasons to heart rate and sleep-wake cycles. Greetings to all members of the Apprentice Channel. This is a space dedicated to exploring the mysteries of the world and acquiring diverse knowledge that allows us to achieve inner fulfillment. If you are a seeker of knowledge, we invite you to join our community and be part of it. Together, we can explore the mysteries of the world and acquire knowledge that helps us grow and develop. Welcome to the Apprentice Channel. Let's continue. According to Hermetism, the rhythm principle applies both in the physical and mental spiritual planes. In the physical plane, we can observe how natural rhythms influence our daily lives. For example, circadian rhythms regulate our sleep-wake patterns, and the lunar cycle affects tides and plant growth. Even our own biological rhythms, such as breathing and heartbeats, follow a constant rhythmic pattern. In the mental and spiritual plane, the rhythm principle is reflected in emotional ups and downs and the cycles of life. We experience moments of joy and sadness, success and failure, and these emotional rhythms are part of the very fabric of our existence. Similarly, in the spiritual realm, there are moments of expansion and growth, followed by periods of introspection and consolidation. Understanding and consciously applying the rhythm principle can lead to greater harmony and balance in our lives. By being aware of the rhythms and cycles around us, we can better adapt to them and flow with the natural course of life. If we understand that periods of difficulty are temporary and that everything is constantly changing, we can find comfort and strength in challenging times. Similarly, in moments of success and happiness, we can remember that they are part of a broader cycle and cultivate gratitude and humility. The rhythm principle invites us to observe and learn from the natural rhythms around us. It teaches us that life is a constant dance of polarities and cycles, and our ability to embrace and flow with these rhythms allows us to find a greater sense of peace and connection with the universe. Through the practice of mindfulness and acceptance of the rhythms and cycles of life, we can cultivate greater wisdom and live in harmony with Hermetic principles and the laws of the universe. The Hermetic principle of rhythm has been addressed and discussed by various authors throughout history. One of the most well-known texts covering Hermetic principles, including the rhythm principle, is the Kybalion. Published in the early 20th century, the Kybalion is an anonymous book presenting Hermetic principles and their application in everyday life. While the original author is unknown, it is believed that the book was written by the 3 initiates who compiled Hermetic wisdom. Additionally, authors like Manly P. Hall in his work The Secret Teachings of All Ages and Dion Fortune in her book The Mystical Kabbalah have mentioned and explored the rhythm principle within the context of Hermetic philosophy and esoteric traditions. It is important to note that Hermetic principles, including the rhythm principle, have influenced many other philosophical, spiritual, and metaphysical currents over time. Therefore, references and discussions about the rhythm principle can be found in a wide range of works related to spirituality, philosophy, and esoteric teachings. Franz Barden, recognized as one of the great exponents of Hermeticism and practical magic, addresses the principle of rhythm in his work Initiation into Hermetics. In this text, Barden explores Hermetic principles from a practical and detailed perspective, providing tools and exercises for students to experience and understand these principles in their own lives. According to Barden, the rhythm principle is based on the understanding that everything in the universe moves and unfolds in cycles and rhythms. From galaxies and planets to subatomic particles, everything follows a constant and harmonious rhythmic pattern. Barden emphasizes that these rhythms are not merely external, but also reflected in the internal planes of human existence, such as the mental, emotional, and spiritual. For Barden, the rhythm principle is crucial for spiritual development and practical magic. He asserts that understanding and working with rhythms and cycles in all aspects of life is essential for achieving harmony and balance. The Hermetic student must learn to recognize and adapt to the natural rhythms surrounding them, harnessing their energy and flowing with them rather than resisting. Barden presents a series of exercises and techniques for students to work with the rhythm principle. These exercises include meditations where the student tunes into cosmic rhythms, observing natural cycles in daily life, and learning to recognize and balance internal rhythms of thoughts, emotions, and energies. One of the most important aspects of the rhythm principle, according to Barden, is understanding that moments of difficulty and challenge are temporary and part of a broader cycle. Barden encourages students to remain calm and confident during challenging times, knowing that a period of growth and success will eventually emerge. Similarly, during moments of joy and success, the student must remember that they are also fleeting and be prepared for the cycles to come. Barden highlights that consciously working with the rhythm principle not only helps develop greater wisdom and understanding of life, but also allows individuals to align their actions and aspirations with universal rhythms. As we tune into cosmic rhythms and integrate them into our own existence, we can find a greater connection with universal energy and experience a sense of fluidity and purpose in our lives. Dion Fortune, a prominent writer and occultist of the 20th century, addressed the rhythm principle in her book, The Mystical Kabbalah. Through her work, Fortune presents a unique perspective on this Hermetic principle, exploring its relationship with spirituality and personal evolution. From Fortune's perspective, the rhythm principle is a universal force that permeates all aspects of existence. She contends that the entire universe is governed by cycles and rhythms that affect both the physical world and the inner world of the human being. These cosmic rhythms influence our daily lives, health, relationships, and spiritual evolution. Fortune emphasizes that rhythms and cycles are not only natural events but also have a spiritual component. The ebb and flow of the rhythm principle manifest in changes in consciousness and in cycles of personal growth and transformation. Fortune suggests that by understanding and working with these rhythms, we can synchronize ourselves with cosmic currents and achieve greater harmony and balance in our lives. In The Mystical Kabbalah, Fortune explores how the rhythm principle relates to spiritual practice and the development of consciousness. According to her, each person has their own inner rhythm, influenced by broader cosmic rhythms. By learning to recognize and follow one's internal rhythm, individuals can align themselves with universal currents and progress more efficiently on their spiritual path. Fortune also points out that the rhythm principle teaches us that nothing is static in the universe. Everything changes, fluctuates, and moves in cycles. Through ups and downs and phases of growth and decline, we learn important lessons and have the opportunity to evolve and expand our consciousness. Fortune emphasizes the vital understanding that, although cycles may bring challenges, they also offer opportunities for growth and transformation. Additionally, Fortune references broader cosmic rhythms such as lunar phases, planetary movements, and seasons. These rhythms exert a significant influence on our lives and provide guidance for navigating changes and transitional moments. Fortune suggests that by consciously attuning ourselves to these rhythms, we can harness their energy and work in harmony with cosmic forces. Manly P. Hall's perspective on the rhythm principle, as found in his work The Secret Teachings of All Ages, adds a profound and enlightening outlook to this Hermetic principle. Hall, a scholar and esoteric philosopher, explores how the rhythm principle relates to the cyclical nature of life and its influence on human development. According to Hall, the rhythm principle is fundamental to understanding the nature of reality and human evolution. He argues that everything in the universe is in constant motion and change, following specific rhythms and cycles. These rhythms affect both the physical and spiritual worlds, and understanding them allows us to appreciate the interconnectedness and harmony of the cosmos. Hall highlights that rhythms and cycles are evident in all aspects of existence, from the daily cycles of sunrise and sunset to seasonal rhythms and stages of growth and decline in nature. Additionally, he argues that humans are also subject to biological and spiritual cycles and rhythms. In his work, Hall delves into the application of the rhythm principle in the realm of spirituality and initiation. He asserts that spiritual aspirants experience rhythms and cycles on their path of development, moving through periods of expansion, illumination, and growth, followed by moments of reflection, assimilation, and rest. These cycles are integral to the process of initiation and allow the gradual transformation of the individual. Furthermore, Hall suggests that knowledge and conscious application of the rhythm principle can lead to a more balanced and harmonious life. By recognizing that cycles and rhythms are inevitable and necessary, we can adapt and flow with them instead of resisting. This enables us to embrace the changes and fluctuations of life with wisdom and acceptance, ultimately helping us find greater balance and stability. Hall also emphasizes that the rhythm principle is a powerful tool for cultivating patience, perseverance, and understanding in our daily lives. By understanding that everything has its time and place, we can avoid impatience and frustration, learning to wait and act in harmony with natural rhythms. It is important to note that Hermetic principles, including the rhythm principle, have influenced many other philosophical, spiritual, and metaphysical currents over time. Therefore, references and discussions about the rhythm principle can be found in a wide range of works related to spirituality, philosophy, and esoteric teachings. In summary, the rhythm principle is fundamental in Hermeticism and practical magic. Through observation, understanding, and conscious application of rhythms and cycles in all areas of life, we can achieve greater harmony, balance, and connection with the universe. Working with the rhythm principle allows us to align with cosmic rhythms and harness their energy for our growth. If you enjoyed this video, we ask for your help in sharing the light of this knowledge by subscribing to our channel, giving it a like, and sharing this video with your friends and family. Your support is crucial to us and motivates us to continue sharing valuable information with you. We invite you to participate in the comments section. We would love to hear your thoughts, questions, and suggestions for future topics you would like to see on our channel. Thanks again for your support, and remember, your like is our reward. A fraternal hug, and see you in the next video.